Hello, good evening, and welcome to LXDGuild webinar series for the month of August. And it has been a great experience bringing to you different uh, insights from various topics which are trending across our industry, especially the learning and development. And today, I'm really happy and very glad to introduce Ankita, who is working currently as a senior instructional designer and also has released and launched a new book in instructional design, which is a very rare moment for us all to enjoy and cherish. So I would just like to go ahead and, without much wait, introduce Ankita, who is joining us here. And we are going ahead and deep diving into a wonderful topic, which is of very keen interest. And I think discussion on this never ends, at least not in the near future. So over to you, Ankita. Welcome to our show.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Sandeep, for having me in this show. And good morning to you all, and good evening. And I welcome you all to this exciting session on generative AI in learning and development domain. And today, our agenda is to leverage the insights on the generative AI platform and to analyze the data using the platform and see how we can create an amazing learning experience with the help of same. So, without further delay, we'll start the session.
Yes. So as Ankita, pulls up what she has got to present. So I know Gen AI is not new into the market, but it is really spearheading at a very high pace. And irrespective of industry or a domain, it is, I think, becoming part of each individual's role and responsibility as well as a skill. So that's the reason why we wanted to connect with Ankita, who is, of course, again, an experienced person who has been using AI. And I know a few of our participants who are joining here are also having certain experience on how this Gen AI is already playing a major role in your day-to-day responsibility or your job. So I just would like to bring a little more light into how this can shape, and maybe it is more like it would help us to make informed decisions rather than just be scared, maybe, or you might be confident that, hey, AI, I know it, right? Instead of that, this session will definitely throw light on what exactly Gen AI helps within this industry of learning and development. So, yeah, over to you. Anand.
Thank you. Okay, so is my presentation visible to you all? Okay, fine. So I think it's visible. So today we will be deep diving into the best practices and practical tips for data analysis using generative AI, and we'll see how we can use those insights for learning and development and to create our learning experiences. So I'm your host. Um,
So while you are doing this, Ankita, just I have one thing again. Sorry to cut you there. The participants, if you have any comments or any questions, please feel free to use the chat, LinkedIn chat, and we will be able to address them at any point of the time. If you maybe we'll have that breakpoints where we can just open up for your questions, but do not wait for that moment. You can keep posting, and when the time comes, I pick up and we'll ask Ankita to help us with that. Thank you.
yeah. So, with this, let me introduce myself again. So, I am Ankita Mangtani, and I'm an author of the book called Instructional Design Unleashed and an ID expert. And I thank Sandeep for inviting me as a speaker for this session. And today, our agenda is to understand what generative AI is and its use cases in e-learning, and how we'll be using the AI for content development. Next, we'll cover how we can analyze the huge data or large amount of data using generative AI. And we'll also see how we can create the various formats of the content using AI powered tools or generative AI platforms. So, just to get the little bit of understanding on how AI is playing the role in our day-to-day lives, or how it will be in future. So, these are some interesting facts that I would like to share with you all. That 40% of the enterprise applications will deploy the conversational AI by 2024, and 30% of the films will deploy the AI augmented development and testing strategies. 60% of the generative AI will automate the design effort for new website and mobile applications. With this, we have some interesting facts, like 25% of the generative AI will utilized by the 50% of the drug discovery and the development measures by 2025, and 30% of the manufacturers will utilize the generative AI to improve product development. And last but not the least, 15% of the new applications will generate content automatically with the human intervention by 2027. So, with this, we are moving ahead and see uh, a poll here, like, are you leveraging the generative AI platform to transform your e-learning design and development? You can type in your answers in chat if you have already started using it, or no, you are still exploring it, or the use of AI is not allowed in your organization, but you are using it for the personal experiences or the personal work. So you can quickly type in your responses in your chat.
Yes, please use the comment section so that I can go ahead and quickly respond to what our more major poll results are. Sorry. So I see again, I can go ahead and repeat the question. Are you leveraging generative AI to transform your e-learning design and development? So the options here, yes, you are already
Yes.
using it, or you can say, yes, I'm already using it. You can say no, I'm still exploring it. And the other option is says, okay, so no use of AI tools are allowed. Okay, strictly banned. The last one is no using it of only for personal use. Yeah. So I see here responses coming in. Yeah. So we have from Akshara Deshpande, who says yes, she is using it. And then I have, oh, very many coming in. So
Yeah.
Ada, yes, some of my clients do not allow it. And again, I have from Hardik, no, still exploring. Abongere Johannes, already using it. Zafir, no. Then I have Sagar, still exploring it. Then again, I have Vinod, yes. Purnima, yes, using it. Potala, Suryoday, still exploring. Yeah, Akshara, yes. So I think, yeah, so very many responses pouring in. Yeah, and yeah, so I see some comments saying that, yeah, some of their clients do not allow it in their respective organizations. So thank you. And I think, yeah, this is really good. So let's continue.
Okay, so with this poll, we got some amazing results, and yeah, so I'm sure that most of us already know what generative AI is, but this is a quick walkthrough for you where generative AI lies in the domain of artificial intelligence. Just for your reference, this is a kind of a bird eye view for Gen AI. There are so many aspects of AI when you zoom into this Venn diagram. And what generative AI is basically, it mimics, it is a set of machine learning, and it is able to mimic the human intelligence, and it helps in content generation. So, with this, we have some types of AI that we can have or we use. So, first one is text generation. So, generative AI will help you to create text, create multimedia assets such as videos and images, and it will also help you to create audios, music, and many more things. So, these are the broad categories of the generative AI. Now, how we can use the generative AI in e-learning or in learning and development domain. So first and the foremost is the content generation. Yes, it's help you to create content in no time. And text summarization, it will help you to understand or summarize the large documents very easily. You can use generative AI to design your courses or to design any multimedia assets, and you can have some kind of creativity and you can explore the various ideas with that. And last but not the least is the data analysis, and that is we are going to see in this session today, like how data analysis will help us to create more engaging and more target oriented learning experiences. Next, time for a quick question. So, how often do you use AI in your work? Never, sometimes, often, or always? So, you can quickly
Wow.
type
Yes. Very
your
quick and short answer.
responses.
Yeah. So, how often do you use AI in your work? Never, sometimes, often, always. So, please feel free to go ahead and type in your answers. And let's see how many of us are using AI. Okay, we have Sagar saying sometimes. Yeah.
Always.
Okay, always. I think that's really good. Okay, okay, sometimes. Yes. So I see most of them are responding as sometimes. Yes. And also, yeah, equally often. Good. So I think, yeah, so that also pulls up for a next question, right, Ankita? So what is
Yeah.
that they are using in, right? The-
Yeah.
yeah, so I will go to that question later, maybe. Yeah. So let's continue.
Yeah, sure. So, with that, we will be seeing how we can use data analysis using generative AI. So, these are the data driven insights basically. So data-driven insights will give you the volume, like we can have the volume of data generated by e-learning platforms, and that provides a gold mine for the insights. So by analyzing this data, educators and instructional designers can understand not the wow, what of the student performance, but how and why behind it as well. Like what are the interactions, what is the engagement level for the course, and so many things that we can extract. Then comes to the longitudinal analysis. So AI system can perform longitudinal studies on student performances data to identify the learning trends over the time, and which can help in forecasting the future performance of these students. Okay, and we can also identify the potential academic risks as well with that. And the content effectiveness is by analyzing the engagement metrics, we can actually craft our content and we can maximize or optimize the effectiveness of the content that we are delivering. And we can analyze the interaction patterns as well, like how much time they are spending on a particular course or particular screen or something like that. So we can identify those patterns very easily and we can craft our courses like that according to the insights that we get from this one. So next that comes in is the content generation. So content generation is not possible without understanding some prompting traversal techniques, and these are zero shot prompting. I think that you must have heard of this name, that zero shot prompting. So this is a kind of a simple prompt which gives you the output without prior examples or without prior context given to them. And the examples are listed on the screen. Next is the chain of thought prompting. So you can actually use it to, get the follow-up questions or something like that. So if you have a kind of aspect in your mind, for example, what are the key elements of an effective storyboard, then you can ask the follow-up questions based on the responses that any generative AI will generate for you. So this is a chain of thought prompting where you can actually initialize the process or the thought process in the generative AI platforms. Next is tree of thought prompting. So it is a kind of a branching reasoning for comprehensive exploration. So it basically uses AI reasoning, and these are the examples of the prompt that you can go and check, like which branch of the tree it's exploring and how to get the data basically, or how to get the final output from that. So the example is shown on the screen with this. And the next is the
Okay.
image generation.
Yeah, Ankita, I
So
just add one thing here. So as you were just sharing, so I think yeah, most of us were using short technique which you just showed, right? That is the initial one. So everybody was just giving something like, okay, hey, can I get this? Okay, so how to bake
yeah.
something or how to get this. So then I think slowly we got into that. Okay, hey, okay, when I go ahead and give a response in that same situation, if I pose another question, I have another response, right? So it sits within that system, right, or within that subject. So now the third thing which you said, so there is something which I just wanted. So you are saying is as a branching. So is it something similar to how okay you ask a particular you give a prompt and then you get a response. So then again you build over it, or how is that branching out?
So
Could you?
you can build over it. Yeah, sure. I would like to answer this thing. So, like, let's say, for example, as you can see in this slide, yeah. So it is a kind of a root of the tree. That what is the importance of the evaluation of e-learning project? So it is a kind of a root, and then you can branch out to the different aspects of the evaluation. For example, how can the course can be effectively evaluated. So this is a kind of a one aspect. And what are the common mistakes? So this will come under second aspect of the uh, tree. So that
Yes.
these are the various branches that you can split out, and you can just again um, type your prompt and get the responses from the GPT. So
Okay,
yeah,
that's
this
great. So
is
now,
what it is.
now what we are getting in GPT is OpenAI. So you already start getting prompts which you can go ahead and just click on it. It's more like suggestions, and it's going ahead and giving the relevant results, right? So I
Yeah.
just was thinking if that is similar pattern here. Is it a prompt from the Gen AI, or it is just like you yourself are just going ahead and
No, no,
getting the
these
result?
are not the no, no. These are not the prompts from generative AI. These are the prompts written by me, and just the output that I get. So I just pasted or just copied pasted some liners over here, like how it is generating the output. And basically, the funda is to show how you can traverse the different parts of the one particular domain or one particular root of the problem that you are asking to the generative AI platforms.
Okay, got it. I think the examples are helping us here. Thank you.
Yeah. So next, we will move to this image generation. So many of us, or I often get this thing like, we are not able to generate the image using ChatGPT or, any other generative AI platform, which is actually there for the image generation. They are not getting it right because they are actually struggling with the prompts. Like how do we craft the prompts to generate the image that we want actually? So, I will tell you some basic tips or strategies that you can use to generate any kind of image that you want. So, first thing, just visualize your image in the three components. That should be setting or the background, like where your character or the actor will be placed. Okay, some kind of a warehouse, or is it a kind of a manufacturing plant or something, a data warehouse, or these things. Then the actor is the main important character of the image, whether it's an employee. You can define like whether it's an employee, it's kind of just a second, I'm getting some technical issue here. So yeah, So you can define some actors and you can define their ethnicities, their race, and what kind of background do they belong to. You can define that thing under actors, and then what they are doing in that particular image. Like they are checking their laptop, they are checking their phone, they are doing something in the warehouse, they are, actually on the assembly line of the manufacturing plant. So you can define the actions there. So these three steps will help you to craft your prompt properly and to get the images that you require. So these are some examples that I would like to show. So what was the prompt given to the Dolly and Meta AI? So create an image of an employee. So the Dolly generated the image of an male employee, and the Meta AI has generated the image of a female employee. So this could be the again biases for this generative AI platform. Then again, I just fine tuned my prompt and add more details to this particular prompt. And I'm saying that create an image of two employees, one male and one female, in a data warehouse. Now, data warehouse is my setting, and two employees are my characters. I didn't define any race, I didn't define any ethnicities for them. It has like the Dolly and the Meta AI has their own data set and their own things to do with this and create the output. Next, I just changed the image style. So I just asked Dolly to create the illustration of two employees, one male and one female, in a data warehouse, checking the data storage for an error. So this is again a kind of a more detail to this prompt, like what kind of image style do I want, what they are doing in the image, and this is the thing. And last but not the least is changing the view. How you can change the view. Sometimes you want the image from a certain angle or from certain perspective. So you can add that thing in the prompt. Say if you want to create an image of illustration or something like that, just mention the type of the image, what the actor is doing, what is the background, and what is your perspective. So I just added a top view at the end of this prompt, and this is what these two platform has generated for me. So
Yeah, looks like
yeah,
Meta AI is the winner with the result.
yes,
They're definitely giving that color and a good and a better image quality too. I think that's really good. And yes, so Ankita, so when we are just looking at, so we discussed about the content prompt, right? And then this is something where we are discussing about the image generation. So when so the style of prompt for content and image also varies, right?
yes, it does.
It cannot be the same, like, okay, so you just generate certain content and then, yeah, and when it comes to image, definitely you need to follow a particular pattern as you share. And yeah,
Yeah,
thank you, Purnima, for sharing. So she was sharing about the content prompting style, like task,
yes,
condition, audience, and
and
prompt.
audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's really good. So thank you.
Okay, so next we are moving to the question. So complete this scenario. AI helps in, so your options are limiting choices, ignoring feedback, reducing interaction, or creating content. So you can quickly type in your responses in chat.
Yeah, interesting question. Yeah, so complete the sentence. The sentence here opens up, which reads AI helps in, and then you can fill it with limiting the choices, ignoring the feedback, or reducing the interaction, or creating content. Whichever you feel the best is the option. Please go ahead and fill it in the comments. Okay, so Deepa here says creating content. Yes,
Yes.
creating content. Anjali Sagar too says creating content. Okay, so yeah, we have responses coming in, but I
Yeah.
think I just would prefer another option for me, Ankita. So it is like AI helps with our starting problem. So
Yeah.
yeah, usually we have the tendency go ahead and yeah, just think a lot that we need to do because yeah, that is something which was currently we were experiencing. So then when we give a task, okay, so hey, go ahead and use this particular software or a tool and create this, and then uh, whoever is the recipient, they start thinking like, okay, can I do this? Can I do that? And it's almost like 3 days and nothing is done, right? I
Yeah.
think that problem is fixed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Actually.
just go ahead and type something. Hey, I want to do this. Okay, what is that? So at least that 3 days for me is spare.
Yeah.
Good. So thank you. I see
So
a lot
yeah.
of creating content as a responses. So creating content is the winner for you.
Yeah. It should be. Okay. So with this, we are moving to the next section of this, which is Chat GPT prompting frameworks. So these are several frameworks that you can use to get the structured and coherent output and targeted output using Chat GPT, and you can use this across various professional and educational scenarios. So I will explain all of this in very brief and in very quick manner. So the first one is the RTF, which says role, task, and format. And I have given you the prompt template as well. So basically, when you need the AI to create content in specific format, such as writing report or designing a lesson plan, you can use this kind of prompt, which will give you a simple and a more structured way of content. For example, you can use this prompt as, act as a teacher and create a lesson plan for a high school history class and format it as a bullet points. So this is a quick example where you can use this RTF format, which is role, task, and format. Next one is the tag, which says task, action, and goal. And it can be useful when you want AI to execute a sequence of action towards a clear end goal. You can use this kind of template. For example, you can use this: define the task of creating a marketing plan and state the actions that involved and clarify the goals of increasing the brand awareness. So you can simply use this format: tag. Okay. Next one is BAB, which stands for before, after, and bridge. So you can actually use this prompt to frame the problem and guiding the AI to provide a solution by connecting the current state, which is state as of before, and you can get the desired outcomes as after, and this could be used in customer support, debugging, or consultation. For example, this website has a high bounce rate. So, what should be the after? The website should engage users and reduce the bouncing rate by 30%. And what is the bridge for that problem? Should be implement a user friendly design with faster load times. So, you can use or fill in the words with given in the template with the before, after, and bridge, which is given over here. Next is you can use this care prompting framework, which is context, action, result, and example. So this prompt framework can be used when you need AI to justify your actions, such as report or analysis. And it is also helpful in teaching or demonstrating the process with the examples. So, in the context, which is given on the screen, is the company is launching a new feature that allows user to customize their product orders. And action should be: I just want to promote this feature through a series of targeted email campaigns. And the result should be: I just want to increase the customer engagement and upstick in sales. And the example is given over here. Use personalized example or personalized emails to showcase how the customers can benefit from the new feature. So this is how you can use this framework. Then comes RISE, which says role, input, steps, and expectations. So you can just ask any generative AI platform to act as a role. This is the input that I want, and I just want this thing to be listed in the steps, and these are my expectations from the output that you will be generating. And you can use this type of prompt when you want AI to guide someone through a process, especially in training or onboarding processes. Next is PCGS, which
So, sir, Ankita,
says,
yeah. So
yeah.
before we go to PCGS, yeah. So the what are the frameworks which we have? So are these universal, or like do I go ahead and get those from any particular resource, or is it like, or if I prompt ChatGPT, so does that give this prompt template?
I didn't try this thing. Like, if I give this thing, so will it generate some kind of templates for me? So it is just like a kind of a template that you can use, like, because I see that people are afraid of using this technology, and this is just a kind of a small help or small kind of a start to them, so that they can explore the other platforms and use this templates. Just fill in the keywords and just go ahead and generate the content. So
Yes, yes, yeah. I think, yeah, that's helpful. Thank you.
yeah. So, last framework is problem, context, goal, and steps. So, you just define the problem, what problem you have, or what is the thing, and you can just give a small context to them. What is your goal, and what are the steps? So, steps is basically generated by the ChatGPT or generative AI platform, and this can be used when you are dealing with the complex issues that require deep understanding of problem and structure approach to solve the problem. So this framework can be useful there.
Yes.
So yeah, that's it about the frameworks. And next we'll go to the video generation.
Yes, I think video definitely is an interesting subject and topic. Yes,
Yeah.
I think so. When we talk about frameworks, I think it is an open what is a space where you can also go ahead and come up with something, and if that really works, then yeah, we can go ahead and
Yeah,
put that up.
yeah, definitely. Because the aim is to make the audience or make everyone to use AI with the templates. Let's say if you have template, then it's ready to cook the content or something like that. So if you have template ready with you, you just need to fill in the gaps, and your content is ready and it can be served.
Yes,
So
as always, the templates serve the purpose of making things straight. Yes,
yeah,
without
and
much copy.
easier.
Yeah, quick up. Yeah, thank you. So let's
Yeah.
go ahead and look into what is video generation. So how AI is changing that part of the world.
Okay. So, with video generation, I would like to share a small video that I have generated using AI, and then I will share some steps like how did I generate that video. So, I will quickly share my screen for that. Just give me one moment. Just a second.
Yeah, as Ankita is trying to pull that up, let's go ahead and just post. Yeah, so whatever, if any one of you have tried a new framework, yeah, please feel free to post that in the comments. Okay.
So, is my screen visible?
Yes.
So, this is the video, and just let me know if you can hear the voice of this video. Is it audible to you all?
No, nothing. Could you please play that? Oh,
Beneath
Is it
towering
audible?
skyscrapers lies the great data repository, a haven of knowledge guarded by a wise librarian. One fateful night, Mr. Data uncovers a long forgotten chamber hidden beneath the library, its secrets waiting to be revealed. As Mr. Data approaches the orb, a strange energy pulses through the room, beckoning him to reach out and touch its surface. Unbeknownst to Mr. Data, a group of envious rival librarians conspire to steal the orb, their nefarious intentions shrouded in secrecy. Luna, with her sharp intellect and unwavering loyalty, stands by Mr. Data's side, ready to defend the orb and the knowledge it holds. As tensions rise, Mr. Data and his allies must band together, their unity the only defense against the impending threat. In a desperate bid to seize control, the rival librarians descend upon the library, their greed driving them to extreme measures. With a sudden burst of brilliance, Mr. Data unleashes the orb's hidden potential, turning the tide of the battle in a dazzling spectacle of knowledge and power. Through Mr. Data's cunning defense, the rival librarians are forced to confront a shocking revelation about the orb and its true purpose, their illusions shattered in an instant. As the dust settles, Mr. Data and his loyal assistants emerge triumphant, their bond unbroken, and the city's knowledge preserved for generations to come. In the quiet aftermath, Mr. Data contemplates the orb's significance, its light, a beacon of unity and peace in the pursuit of knowledge, a legacy that will endure through the ages.
Yes.
So yeah, that's it, I think. So
So
this is the data, or this is the video generated using AI platform called as Artflow.
is that, yeah, so art flow is the platform, right, Ankita? So do
Yes,
you need
yeah.
to give a storyboard to it?
Yes, I'm coming to that point. Hello.
Yes, Ankita, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm coming to that point only, like how we can create this kind of video using the Artflow platform.
Yes,
And if you can pull out the slides for me,
yes,
so
I'm
I'll
sharing it.
quickly share. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a
So
question here from
yeah.
Arun Priya. So she is asking, so have you created the video using images? No?
No, no. So it's the whole video generated using AI. I haven't used any images for it. So no
So the answer is
images
in the
also.
coming slides, right,
Yeah.
Ankita? The answer is in the coming
Yes.
slides. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the next like thing is like I will show you how did I generate this video. So these are some simple steps that you can follow using Artflow, which is again a platform, a generative AI platform where you need to just input your story, like what kind of story that you want to generate. So if you have a story, you can simply put it in this window. And if you don't have, it will help you to generate the story for you as well. So this is the first step that you can use, or the next is to choose the character style. So it has various character styles and you can choose any one of them. So my story was based on the data warehouse kind of thing, or like Mr. Data and all these things. So I choose the science fiction character, which the platform is showing me recommended as per my story, because it has analyzed the story, which is related to the science fictional background. So it has recommended me the similar image style. And then next is to finalize your characters that it has shown you on the next screen, and then you can go ahead and continue to the storyboard. But storyboard is nothing but that video that will be generated. So this platform is really very easy to use and it is free to use. You can generate the content or generate the video like I've shown you. So these three are the simple steps that you can follow to generate any kind of video with any kind of story, with any kind of genre. So yeah, so the output I've already shown you. Any further questions on this?
I think yes, this is helpful. Yes, the how the entire prompting helps, where you get to choose, okay, what is the character style, and then yeah, the backgrounds, as we initially discussed, that we need, yeah, the characters, and then you need a background, and then an action, right? So I think when we are going ahead and using that format, we will definitely get a particular output. So I had one question. So can we go ahead and do any changes to the output which we get, so that we can have another version of it?
Yes, you have the option to choose, like, it will generate the story frame by frame. So you have the option to, change the recommended, like, it will show you the list of the frames. You can choose any one of them if it's not aligning to your need and if you don't like it. So you can just go ahead and pick the other one. So that is there. You can do that thing, but other than that, you would not be able to, like edit it in a whole way like we do in a video editor kind of thing. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we have few questions pouring in. So we have Joycelyn who is asking, so can we add multiple characters using the art flow AI?
Like based on your story, if you have multiple characters, it will show you multiple characters on the screen. Like it will automatically generate the frames for you as per your story.
That's good. So we have Purnima asking, what are the regulations on using AI? So shouldn't AI, sorry, IDs be cognizant of that? And AI platforms may be free, but it's trained on existing content.
Yes. So, like, there are regulations, like, there are some ethical considerations you need to get, like, or you need to be aware of those ethical considerations because, data and their legitimate, if it is legitimate made or not, and if it is, a kind of a data or kind of a thing that is actually possible with the help of AI or not. Like I would say like you can have a kind of a list or a regulations. You can go ahead and check various sources who list different things because every AI platform says that the content is copyright free or you can use it freely anywhere and you do not need to source it or something like that. So yeah, I think this must answer her
I
question.
think yes, yeah, thank you. That really helps us, Ankita, to understand. Yeah, and yes, yeah, I think this is something which is happening globally, where even the regularization or there's a regulatory body which they want to form around AI because we do not know what is the consumption and how much is the data security going at risk, right? I think that is one stopper which is holding back a lot of corporates or major big companies who are really testing a lot on this space. But I think they are always having that hard stop there. Okay, hey, what about the data security? And I think definitely, yeah, they'll come out with a solution for that too. Yes. And yes, is there a limit? That's something coming from Arul, Priya.
How
So
many
yes,
videos we can create? So, based on this platform, you will get some credits. So, you can utilize those credits to generate the video. I think you can generate three videos with that credits available in your account, in your free account.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that is always there. They give you some credits, and until you exhaust them, you can go ahead and create. And then, can you give image certain motion? Okay, I think that is again
You can explore, yeah. We have different platforms for that, so we need to explore more on this thing. We have so many platforms, so
yes.
where we
And
can give
then
the motion to the image, or we can make the head bubble kind of, or head bobble kind of videos there. So, or talkative images, something like that. So we have platforms for that, but there the space is so huge and the type of the content is so huge. So we can't, reach to each and every platform and to check, okay, this is what is offering, this is what this is offering, and something like that.
I think there is a resource which, yeah, the participants can just check. So that is called "You Got an AI for That." Is that did I spell it right? So that's the you got an AI for that.com. So you just go and you just type okay something which you want for AI, and then it lists down a lot of options which you can just go ahead and see. They will be paid as well as free versions, and you can just understand with the star rating whichever the customers provide if you can go for that or not. And Purnima shared some issue which has come up with Getty images. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there are lot of. It's very often that yeah we go ahead and use certain free source material content images and try to use it within certain production. And we do not know at that point of time, but we should be cautious about such incidents because uh, it might really hit back in a very huge scale, uh, especially corporations. Yeah, there were histories where they had to pay very huge sums. Yeah, as whatever the charges, right, against them. So yeah, we need to be cautious about that. Thank you. So yeah,
Yeah.
what do we have next, Ankita?
So next we have a question. So why is data privacy is important in AI? That's what we have actually discussing, the ethical considerations and all. So why is data privacy important in AI? So your options are to increase cost, to protect learners, to protect or to limit access, to avoid fines. So you can quickly type in your responses in chat.
Yes, please go ahead. I think Ankita is already reading. So once we present this, definitely this is going to be the question, the data privacy. So, so we have a question. Yeah, please pick your answers. To increase costs, is that why data privacy very important in AI, or to protect learners, or to limit the access, or to avoid fines? Yeah, I see Anjali sharing to
Yeah,
protect the learners. Uh-huh.
to avoid
Avoid
fines.
fines. Yeah. Yes, Sagar. That is the primary motto of a corporate. Definitely not of an ID, maybe. Yeah.
Because there is a huge thing that comes in when it comes to a data or data privacy. So
Yeah.
it's a kind of a
I see
different
Bhuvana.
domain altogether.
Yes. So I see to limit access, says Bhuvana. And we have Uday saying to protect learners, Renuka saying to protect learners, Akshara saying to limit access. Yeah, so yeah, various opinions. Yeah, great. Thank you for your input. So let us go ahead and look into what we have. We have another, yeah, 10 more minutes.
Another section, yeah, which talks about data analysis. So I will be showing you a live demo for this, like how we can analyze the data and how we can use that insights to create our learning experiences. So with that, how we can how we can analyze the data using generative AI. It's the three step simple process. So first, just upload the data that you have and give the prompt and get the interpretations. Okay, so I will quickly show you what do I mean by that. So just to give you some context of the data that I will be sharing with you now. So I have two files with me. So these two files, I will be uploading it to ChatGPT. File 1 contains a question paper with the 50 questions on the exponent expression simplification. File 2 contains the data of 100 students who took the exam, and the rows mark the question number, column marks the student IDs. 1 represent that the student has correctly attempted the question and scored 1 mark for it, and 0 represent that the student has incorrectly attempted the question and scored 0 mark for it, and NA represent that student didn't attempt the question. So with Gen AI, we can analyze these tasks. So we will be analyzing all of these in our demo now. So I'll be quickly sharing my screen for this, and
Yes,
I will
please go
show you.
ahead.
Yeah,
Yes.
just give me 1 second. I just need to keep those files handy.
So yes, participants, so this is something which is going on in action. Yeah, so a lot of input on the frameworks and yeah, different types of usages around Gen AI in our learning domain or in our day-to-day roles. So now let us go ahead and see so how the
Yeah.
analysis works.
So is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, just now I shared it, Ankita. Yes, we can see
Yeah.
that.
So can you see the chat GPT window?
Yes,
Okay,
very
fine.
good.
So I will be copy pasting some of the prompts which are handy and the thing that I have shown you. So I will be giving the prompts now in front of you and see how the chat GPT will analyze the data that I have. So the first prompt that I am giving to this is like you are an expert in analyzing the data. I have defined the role over here to this, and I will be uploading two files to give the context. Again, I have already told you what does this those two file contain, so I have indicated all those things here, and I will be uploading the files in my next prompt. So this is the first prompt that I'm giving to the chat GPT. Just let me know if you are able to see the responses that chat GPT is generating for me now.
Yes, we can see that.
Okay. Now,
So you're saying that only
uh,
with profile.
yeah,
Yes.
now I will be uploading those files. Yeah.
So
So,
while you're uploading that, so this happens only with the latest version, ChatGPT 4.0 or 4.0 or which one?
you can generate few things from the
Limited.
free version, but I am using the paid version as of now from my personal account. So
Okay,
this is the paid version of the chat GPT.
okay. So there are limitations if you are going with
Yes,
free.
so because there is a limitation on the token numbers or token size. So
Okay,
that's
but
why you won't be able to get, kind of a full-fledged insights if you are using the free version. But with the paid version, you can, go ahead and ask multiple things or multiple times it will generate a graph or charts for you.
yes, definitely there should
Okay.
be some difference, right, between free and why somebody has to go with paid version.
Yeah.
So what do we have here after that?
So now the next prompt is to measure the success criteria for all these questions from question 1 to 50.
Okay.
And I'm just giving a simple prompt here, just calculate the overall success rate for each question.
Mhm.
Now let's see what it's generating for me.
So you just got to see that there were two prompts, right? Prior to you posting that prompt, there were two suggestions. So that is what which I was talking. So I think that's a new feature which has come.
Yeah, that's the new feature. And there is one more feature, like we can cite the resource now, like it is generated from ChatGPT. I think I have seen somewhere.
Yes,
So you
citation.
can cite the ChatGPT
Resource.
content now.
Okay, that's nice.
So it has, yeah, this is the thing now that you're asking. We can go ahead and check this thing
Mhm.
as well. So this is the question success rate. Mm, so you can scroll down and check how it is performing and the details. I've calculated the overall success rate for each question and displayed the results for you. If you need further analysis or have a specific question about the data, feel free to ask. So this is the thing. So it has listed the success factors for this thing. So success factor or success rate, which is calculated as, let's say, if there are 100 students and out of 53 or 54 students has given the correct answer for question number 33. So that is how it has calculated the success rate. So
Yes,
for
I
question
think
number 34, yeah.
the use case here I see because I just got a chance to work with few tech what do you say cases. So where it is more like okay, so in a classroom when some particular subject is taught, so maybe when there's a test conducted, and what is the understanding of majority of the students, so can be assessed with this. So I
Yeah.
think based upon this, so then they pick up okay, what is the particular area where the students are not able to perform, right, or they are not able to
Yeah.
understand. So
Yeah,
then they
that
go ahead.
can be, yeah, that is a powerful application for this thing. Like, I will go ahead and show you that one as well.
That would be great.
Now I just want to visualize the individual student performance across all the question. Just to,
Mhm.
so
So
now it
do we
is
get a video
analyzing.
also for this, Ankita? Do we get a
Hmm?
video? Do we get a video result, or we need to go to a different platform if you want a video of it? Or you got a graphical presentation, a chart. That's nice.
Yeah, so this is
Uh,
the performance of all the learners for all the questions.
so is that a random image, or is that really a spreadsheet with a chart? That
No, no. If you go ahead and build a chart using the Excel sheet that I have uploaded, so you'll get a similar chart like this only. If you have calculated the total number or total score that each learner has
oh,
got for all the 50 questions.
okay. Because at times I think yeah, this is something where we need to be cautious, participants, where we cannot rely upon everything which ChatGPT.
Exactly. So just to cross check, you can go ahead and check with the Excel sheet. Okay, this is what it is generating. Is this correct or not?
Great.
Or if it
And
is not correct, yeah.
but at least it gives us an analysis where, okay, this is how you can approach, right? I think that this is really good. And yeah, all data analysts, you have a very big and huge and good answer for how we perform it. Thank you. So
Yeah.
let's move on to what do we have next? And as yeah, we have
Okay.
taken
So
the hour.
next, what I am doing is if I want to create a targeted groups, or you can say if I just want to know the performance patterns of the group, and so that I can group all those students together and provide the aligned instructional materials for them. So I can go ahead and group the students according to their performance patterns. So this will give me a group, and this will automatically analyze like which algorithm it is using to, create the groups.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so like this, yeah, we can go ahead and dig in deeper and get to see what all the capabilities
Yeah, the
which
possibilities are endless.
yeah, that's
So
great.
I will just quickly show you some of them now, once it
Can you show the
analyzes one.
results if we have something like screenshots? Because I think we are at the top of the hour.
I have I have the same chats in this.
Yeah.
See, it has generated
Oh,
some kind of
amazing.
clusters for me.
That's great.
So elbow method. So this chat GPT has used elbow method to determine the optimal number of clusters or groups of student, and they have these clusters. Now it has like did that thing for me, like S1 belongs to cluster 1. So this is student 1. Student 2 belongs to this. Student 4 belong to this. So there are, I think, three
Categorization
clusters.
or the classification is also done. That's
Yeah,
great.
and yeah, and you can ask this thing that how many students are there in each cluster. So it will give you the number of students as well. And then okay, this is the size of your target audience, and this is the instructional material that, like, you can just create a custom learning experience for all this group.
Amazing. Yeah, so we are talking about learning experience, and yeah, we got a lot of
Yeah.
analytics which can help us create that. Great.
And if I just want to refine my question paper and just ask, like, identify questions that may need revisions or replacement, so it will analyze, okay, how many students scored 0 marks for something, or how many student didn't attempt anything. Okay, it's unable to
Oh, I
visualize.
at
Okay,
times, yeah,
sometimes it happens because I just, did that prompt in my previous
yes,
chat, and it has generated the graph for me, or, just kind of visualization. Okay, these are the questions that you can replace or that may need revision, and okay,
true.
it's not doing this thing for me now. I
So at
don't know
times,
why.
this is the drawback. Yeah, so at times
Yeah.
you are giving it continuously prompt by prompt, and at times it gives up. So please, yeah, this is something which you are experiencing it live. So these are the limitations we can say. Yeah. So maybe
Yeah.
yeah, we can move on to the next Ankita because yeah,
Yeah, this
we've
is the
got
last thing. Yeah, this is the last thing. Like, I'm just visualizing. So it has generated me two response. I
okay.
don't know what is happening with ChatGPT now. And it's not allowing me to even click on one of these.
Yeah, I think
And this is with the paid version. And I was assuming, like, what with the free version? Like, what kind of
I don't think
output will you get?
you get to these
No,
many.
no, it has generated, yeah. Questions ranked by the success.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
according to the
That's
success.
yeah, I think yeah, this is really doing
So,
a great
yeah.
job. Yeah.
So, see, the possibilities are really endless. You can get the insights, you can visualize the data, and you can perform anything. You can customize your instructional materials. You can, go ahead and create an adaptive learning path or the pace of the learning, like anything that you can do with this analysis. It's up to you, like how you are using it.
Yes, I think
So,
yeah, this is amazing, and yeah. So thank you very much for sharing the how that works, or also the limitations. We got to see that from ChatGPT paid version. Yes, so this is for you participants, and yeah. So thank you very much, Ankita, for taking us through the wonderful options, or what do you say, the possibilities which we have, with which we can transform the way which we create or give the trainings, and end of the day, all this is to give our learner the real experience, right?
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Ankita. And I know, yeah, we have a quick announcement to make here, which is the best part of it. Yes. So here we go, Ankita. So over to
Yeah.
you
So, okay.
again.
So, yeah, this is it from my side. And this is the book that I have written on instructional design. So, the title of the book is Instructional Design Unleashed. You will get some amazing insights from this book, and you can actually pre book this book on Amazon, or you can get the Kindle version of it. So, it's already up in there, and you will be getting your copies soon if you
Yes.
pre-book actually.
Book, yeah. So we are already
Yeah.
waiting for this because yeah, we've launched this book during one of our podcasts, Meet the Author, and we deep dive into what this book contains. And if you missed that podcast, yeah, definitely it is available on our social media channels. Please do go through that. And I think this is another milestone in the instructional design industry in India because we have very few authors, and we are very proud to associate with Purnima Vajitan, who is also one of the inspirations. Am I
Yeah.
right, Aditya? Yeah.
Yes, one
So,
of the inspiration behind this book.
yeah. So I think yeah,
Yeah.
my first instructional design book which I held or which I knew was definitely the ID fundamentals. And thank you, Purnima, for continuing to inspire us and looking forward for much more authors who are writing on instructional design and maybe learning experience design soon. Yes. So please do not forget to book your copy, and I think yeah, it is available on Amazon, right? So
Yes.
definitely go ahead and pre-book, and it will be delivered. And we are also giving away few books, few copies of it for the lucky winners, and we are just waiting for it. So you'll be hearing it from us. So thank you very much, audience, and yeah, it was great having wonderful interactive conversation today and tonight. Yes, and keep participating and keep watching our space on LinkedIn and other social media, the Learning Experience Guild. And also, we have an exciting event coming up for September 14th, that is the Hyderabad chapter meetup. So please go ahead and register. The registrations are open, and you will be seeing that invitations coming on your screen or on our pages in LinkedIn and other social media channels. So thank you very much for this wonderful session again. So I know that this has been very much useful and helpful to you to understand how AI is changing the landscape of learning and development industry. So thank you once again. As I always say, at Learning Experience Design Guild, learning never stops. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day.